Assalamu alaikum everybody. You're in the class of Copywriting and Visualization with Ms. Fatma Hatem Anjari. This is in continuation with our first lecture of copywriting, and we're going to talk about the 3 C's of effective copywriting. The first C that we're going to talk about is catches your attention. All right? The copy that you write, it has to fulfill this fundamental purpose, which is that the ad must, or the copy must, make the readers, give you attention. That is the first and foremost rule for copywriting. For example, look at this Daihatsu's copy. Picks up 5 times more women than a Lamborghini, right? So Daihatsu is playing with his Lamborghini, which is not even its direct competitor, but it's trying to create the hype by writing these words that it can pick up 5 times more women. And here's the ad if you're interested in seeing this ad about Daihatsu. Now, this particular copy definitely got the attention of a reader, right? And then you can say the purpose is fulfilled. The second C that we're going to talk about in writing effective copy is connects to your emotion. Your copy must connect the viewer and your consumer emotionally, right? So a lot of copy does do that. For example, look at this particular ad. Even though it's a public service ad, and since you need to motivate the masses and you need to get the message across, so emotion is the best way to do so. So it gives this stop red signal and it says, I'm not a punching bag. And this is very clear that you understand this, that this is against violence against children. Similarly, look at this ad. It's about autism, all right? And there's this one line that goes all along the wall, which says, the longer a child with autism goes without help, the harder they are to reach. Okay, again, it's a public service message, and it is so strong and powerful emotionally that it gives the message right across. The third C that we're going to talk about is convincing you to take an action. This is what copywriting must do. When they write a copy, it must, at the end, the goal is to convince the reader, the viewer, the consumer, in order to take an action. For example, this ad, get, ship, done. All right, it is a command, yet it is directly asking you to do something, right? Which again is convincing enough, or it is actually telling the reader to take an action. Similarly, if you see this one, show work, who's boss? Okay, again, it's convincing you to take a certain action in order to take charge, in order to, give your flamboyance a chance to be depicted in front of people. And that's what it's doing. It's convincing the reader to do something. Well, besides all this, other basic functions of copywriting includes this. So the copywriting is done primarily to increase sales, but now, today in the world of digital media, copywriting is also used for SEO. SEO, as you all probably already know, stands for search engine optimization. So the copywriters also have to keep in mind to use the kind of words that is going to appear on the search engines as a top priority. Similarly, copywriters also do web content writing. So a brand for which they're working, they may ask you to design ads, but they would also ask you to write their web content, their profile, and keep it updated on a regular basis. They also have to do creative writing and concept, because when you present a concept to the client, they do want the entire concept be written out creatively in order to make them convinced that this is a good idea for the campaign. So one of the functions of copywriters is also doing creative writing. Then copywriters also write for the public relation messages. A brand that you have as a client can ask you to write their press releases. They could ask you to write their corporate social responsibility profile or make ads for that. That all comes in the part of a copywriter as well. And then a copywriter may also be asked to do some technical writing as per the client's request. So besides copywriting, all these things fall in a copywriter's domain as well. Thank you so much. See you all in next class.